Hello everybody. What I have for you today is a little bit different than what I normally talk about here on this channel, but this is actually an item that I purchased from Massdrop recently. And Massdrop has really gotten into the EDC trend, and this was called the EDC Holster. And so it's made by Allegory leather. And this kind of appealed to me, and it wasn't for myself actually, I bought this for somebody else, but it's kind of a modern take on the fanny pack in that you can clip this to your belt or your belt loops or even a backpack or whatever, and you get extra storage space just to carry things around with you on a daily basis. And so it's a fairly simple for what it is, but it is handmade out of leather. I think it feels very well made now that I've actually received it. And I know Massdrop does several runs sometimes if there's enough demand, so if this ever comes back on Massdrop, I want to be able to show this off for anyone who potentially might want to purchase it. So what it essentially is a small pouch. It has several different pockets. So we have right here on the front side a zippered pouch, and the opening is about 5¼ inches, and the usable depth is about 3 inches. So this could be used for change or for anything that you don't want falling out of your pouch or of your pockets. It's a fairly secure way of carrying things. So for keys, things like that. When you open it up though, it looks fairly large, and the main purpose of this whole area here, I suppose, is to hold these cards. And so you can keep your credit cards in here, and it holds 5 of them in here pretty securely. Although when it is closed, you'll see the top card is exposed a bit, so if you're worried about, I don't know, pickpockets or something like that, you might want to not use that last slot. It does hold them very well though. I mean, they're not going to fall out on their own. I mean, it's fairly stable, fairly secure. It doesn't feel all that stable when you're actually pulling the cards out because they come out super easy. But I don't think unless you're running a marathon with this thing on that they're going to come out. So really cool. So this is perfect for just carrying cards with you that you might need on a daily basis if you don't have a wallet with you. There's also a rear pocket here, and this is sewn on, and this is kind of like a stretchy elastic material. And this to me looks perfect for a phone. I mean, I know a lot of phones today are about the size of this one. This one's a 5½ inch screen, and you can see it fits just right in there. Again, if you're running a marathon, it might not be super perfect, but this phone here is a LG G3. No protector or anything on it. It's just the phone itself. If you use a phone, same model phone, but with a rubber screen protector or protector on there, it gets a little bit tighter, and it's fairly secure in that case. That being said though, the more you fill this thing up, the tighter the fit will be with whatever's in here. So if you tend to fill this front pocket, I think you're not going to have any issues with a phone or anything in here falling out. I mean, you could also put a flashlight back here. You could put a knife clipped back here if you don't want to put your phone there. Although the front pocket is a bit small for phone use. I mean, these regular size phones are not going to fit in there unless you really force it and risk breaking it. So again, the front pocket is going to be more for something like, maybe keys or a flashlight. And you can get an idea of what it looks like and the thickness of it. So the buttons clip it shut so your cards stay fairly safe and secure while this is hanging from a belt. And of course, now that it's full, let's stick that phone back in here. And it isn't going anywhere. It feels very tight now, very secure. So very cool. It does have, I believe, a lifetime warranty from Allegory leather. This just came with it. So I imagine if something breaks, something wears out, they'll replace it for you or fix it or do something, I would hope, to remedy that. And the reason why I got this particular piece, though, is for my wife, because, of course, if you're familiar at all with ladies' clothing, ladies' pants don't have a whole lot of storage space in them. The phone's sticking halfway out. There's no space for a real wallet. And so if you don't want to take a purse with you, you're going to have something smaller than that. And so this, I think, can fill a role pretty well for that. And so I'll update this video. In the description area, I'll put an update and see maybe about a month from now how this goes and if it works for my wife or not. I gave it to her yesterday, but I told her I have to make a video on it first. I wanted to show it off a bit. But the presentation is really nice. The leather looks really good. It feels really soft. I know a lot of times leather comes super stiff and you have to work it in, but this came really soft and easy to manipulate, easy to use. It is held on with a carabiner, and this is just a generic carabiner. It has that little screw on it so you can secure it so it doesn't flop out. And I'm sure you could replace this with something else if you wanted to attach it to something else. There is another pocket in here. I don't know if it was meant to be a pocket or not, but if you unclip that, there is an opening in this space. I don't know if this was meant to be practical or if it's just something it's the backing for where the cards sit. I'm not sure if that was meant to be used or not, so I'm not going to use it unless need be. But I think just the zipper pocket on the front makes a nice little modern day fanny pack for those of us who used to use those things back in the 90s. But again, I just wanted to show this off from Allegory Leather, and Massdrop may bring this back. I don't know how many they sold, but when things are requested, that's how they sell them. So if you're interested in this, just take a look at the video, ask any questions. Thanks for watching, everybody, and you all have a great day. Bye-bye.